If you or a loved one is a musician, then you've probably seen one of these before. This is an MPK Mini, specifically the Mark II. It's tiny, it's cute, it's kind of a staple for bedroom producers, on-the-go producers, and just small home setups in general. It's about a foot wide, 6 inches deep, and maybe an inch tall. I actually produced my first 2 EPs on this exact MPK. What I like most about the MPK Mini is it does exactly what it's meant to do. It offers a hyper-compact solution for playing keys and triggering samples. It has assignable knobs and triggers, so you can map that to anything in your DAW. It has a little compact pitch and expression joystick, which is just a way to save space from having 2 wheels on there. Octave shifting arpeggiator, and plugs via USB, and it has a sustain pedal input. That's about it. Very simple. So if it does everything it needs to do, why change it? I get it, companies need to make new versions. You can make it shiny, maybe introduce new colors, new materials, whatever, but why change it? Well, AKAI felt the need to go back to the drawing board and create something more exciting, something just as portable, if not more portable, something with sounds in it. And this was the creation they came up with. This is the AKAI Mini Play. It comes in at the time of filming at $139, which is about $21 more expensive than the MPK Mini Mark II. They are very similar. They're the same exact size, same exact feel. They're the same exact weight, even though this one has a bit of a computer system on board. And while they are so similar, this MPK Mini Play has less MIDI functionality and more trombone sounds. Its new features include 128 patches and 10 drum kits loaded into its little tiny brain, an OLED display, 6 unassignable knobs, a 3.5mm headphone output, and a battery compartment for 4 AA batteries, because rechargeable devices are such a pain. So I'll start with what I like about this MPK Mini Play in comparison to the regular MPK Mini, and that is that it looks and feels exactly like an MPK Mini, and that's about it. Like I said, it's the same size and weight, same look. Red and black are the standard colors, and it's got a good solid feel to it. It's very quiet, I mean, without sounds playing. Has a nice soft touch, no click clacking or anything like that. The pads are all soft touch as well, so that's fun. But I guess the real question is, what is this thing? It has sounds loaded into it, so it's essentially a portable keyboard that can also act as a MIDI controller. But the sounds loaded into it are not good. Some of them are passable. Some of the synth sounds I think are passable, but it really rivals some of the cheapest keyboards I've heard. Here are some gripes of mine. For instance, the drums always have reverb on them. There is a knob to control the reverb, but it only works on the tonal sounds. So that's weird. The violin patch and the viola patch are exactly the same. I get that they're similar, but at least try. So that's weird. And although you can play the drums and the tonal instruments at the same time, you can't control the level between them. So the drums are very loud all the time, and the other instruments are not quite as loud. So that's weird. I think the appeal of this device is to just be a portable little sound maker. I mean, if you're jotting down musical notes, if you're playing a chord progression and singing an idea to it and recording that, then maybe, yeah, you want something in your pocket you can play some chords on. You also have a phone. I get it's not as tactile as having a keyboard in front of you, but you can also get MIDI controllers that will connect to your phone, or an adapter that will connect to your phone or iPad. I just don't think it's really focused on being a music idea building instrument. Here's a quote from Dan Gill, the product manager from AKAI. The MPK Mini was a huge hit with musicians, and now having all those sounds on board with a built-in speaker, along with its go anywhere portability, Play opens up new musical possibilities that people are going to love. End quote. I don't think this is opening up any new possibilities. Like I said, we have phones and there are portable keyboards. It's not a revolution. And so many people produce on their laptops and can plug in wherever and whenever they want. I just don't see it. While musicians want portability, they also want quality. And if the difference is between bringing a laptop with unlimited possibilities of sounds along with your MPK Mini, or bringing just an MPK Mini Play, I feel like anyone's going to pick the laptop MPK mini combo. It's just so much better. As a MIDI controller, it's more expensive than the original MPK, and it has less features in terms of MIDI controlling. As a keyboard and synth, the sounds just aren't very musical, and it's lacking the customizable features that can make it a unique instrument. It's not really a unique instrument, it just has sounds. You'd be better off spending more money on a Yamaha Reface instrument. I mean, these things are not much bigger than the AKAI minis, and they're really dedicated to being an instrument. They have whole forums online full of people sharing their own creations with one another, and they're just as portable. And they have DC power. And just to clarify too, most new synths and digital synths have USB outputs. My Korg Minilog has a USB output. I used this as my MIDI controller for a long time before I got a real one. Unfortunately, I don't see a situation in which I'd recommend this to a serious musician. If you want something small and portable that just plays sounds, check out this Sanderson portable keyboard. It has more keys, 37 keys, more sounds, it has 200 sounds, and a rechargeable battery, which is way better. And while it doesn't act as a MIDI controller, I know something that does. It's the original MPK. Just get this one.